to WRPB and WRPB Studios. So, you guys have been with me a long time, know that my favorite topics are real estate and food. So, with me is Quincy, who's a commercial realtor, and when he's done, the people coming in are food people. So, today is the best day. As long as I get real estate in and food, I'm good to go. Hey, Quincy.
Hi.
So you're doing commercial real estate.
Yes, sir.
My people know I've done commercial real estate for 35 years. Why commercial?
I chose commercial by accident, actually. Yes.
And that's usually how almost everybody gets into a job. Like I fell into this by accident. All right, what was the accident?
The accident was doing research on YouTube.
Okay.
Actually, yes. I was teaching before and came across real estate, and then I found out about apartment investing, and I got very interested in that. And I figured, with knowing in my background, what would be the best way for me to get hands-on. And that's what geared me to become a commercial realtor. And I've been loving it ever since.
Okay, so let me ask you this. I took the test 30-something years ago. And then when I moved here, I had to take the test again. I found this test here pretty difficult compared to the test that I took in Jersey. But I did 7 days in school, and then I took the test on the 8th day. Here, I did it online, which is a little more difficult for me. Did you take a class in school, or did you do the class online?
I took the class in class. Yes, I
school.
took it in school, yes.
It's much better
Yes.
taking it in school. So, how long a class was it?
It was a week long, Monday to Friday, 8 hours a day.
Okay, so I remember taking the class, even though it goes back to when dinosaurs were still around. But the situation is, I'm still friends with people I took the course with. Are you still talking to the people that you took the course with?
Oh, yes, of course.
Right?
Yes.
You get that you get that bond. Okay. Why you kind of sort of mentioned, but why commercial? Why not residential?
I chose commercial because of, I would say, the infrastructure of the buildings. I've always been interested in gigantic buildings growing up in the country.
Okay.
I traveled a lot when I was a kid, and always going to big cities such as Houston, maybe Dallas, Texas. You notice these giant skyscrapers and apartment buildings, and you always wonder, what are they worth?
It's so funny that you say that because I come from New York and New Jersey, and there was big buildings all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
And I moved here, and I moved 30-something years ago to the west side of the Palm Beaches, because I was in Palm Beach. And it was so cool. There was no big buildings there. Oh, this is great. It's amazing how we're interested in what we don't have. Like, I meet people down here who were born down here. Were you born down here?
Louisiana.
Okay. But that's okay because you saw snow, right?
No, no snow.
You never saw snow in
Yes,
Louisiana?
South Louisiana.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So people say, yeah, I can't wait to go up north and see snow. And I'm like, why would you want to see snow? We had to show it. It was brutal. So now you do commercial real estate, and there's a lot of pieces in commercial.
Yes.
Do you prefer doing investment properties, meaning multifamilies? Do you prefer doing shopping centers? Do you prefer doing industrial, flex space? What do you, is any one of those what you prefer to do?
Preferably, I'm interested in industrial because it reminds me a lot of home in my childhood because of the area that I grew up in, which was mainly an oil industry.
Okay.
But generally, I prefer all of them.
Right. Now, this is what I know. Flex space, industrial flex space,
Yes.
is in commercial real estate right now probably the hottest thing.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you have listings?
Company listings, yes.
Okay. Very hard to get industrial flex space listings anymore. There is just not enough of that, and yet you can probably find retail listings all over.
Yes.
Okay, and we came through a time that was a little tougher, and a lot of businesses went out of business, and even in every day, business start up and go out. What I loved about real estate was multifamily apartment complexes, and writing up a pro forma of income and expenses and breaking it down, and no matter what, for some reason I was able to make it look good. I was able to make it look good.
Yes, the numbers.
Yes, and the other thing I liked about commercial real estate is it's really more of a Monday to Friday business.
Yes.
Okay, if you worked Saturday, Sunday, if I worked Saturday and Sunday back then, I was on someone's yacht or at this big house, mansion, or whatever. And the other thing is, and I hate to say it because people get mad at me, when you sell a house, if the wife likes it, there's really nothing to sell.
Yeah.
Here's the house, you walk through it, you like it, you make an offer, and you buy it. In commercial, they're much more particular and whatever. The other thing I liked about commercial is usually financing wasn't the biggest issue, because most people had the money.
Yes.
Are you finding that buyers are coming from out of the country?
Finding more upstate in the nation.
Okay.
Yes, more from New York, Connecticut, maybe west in Idaho, California, Texas. Yes, so not yes, they are coming from all over.
Are you finding it from like Dubai, Brazil, China, Japan? Are you finding any of those?
Sometimes, yeah, sometimes there may be a conversation, and then it all depends on if they find exactly what they're looking for, because they are particular.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially the overseas investors.
Stop being so particular, guys. Okay? Make it better. You know, the philosophy was that this is a four unit apartment building or house, whatever you want to call it, and it's bringing in X dollars, and this is the price. Your job, meaning as a buyer, is the ability to make that pro forma look better by raising rents, doing some repairs, doing some maintenance, getting better tenants in sometimes. And that's what we did, and the cool thing is, when we did that, we'd always then be able to pass off, and other realtors would be able to find people who want to lease and stuff like that. And I just like that, even though people in like small apartments or even any kind of stuff like that, you always have to worry about collecting rents.
Yes.
When you're doing commercial real estate, you always have to worry about collecting rents. I did a lot of land. Do you do any land?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Land is an issue because they got to get approvals to build.
Yep.
And going through
Permits
that,
and-
all those permits is a pain.
Mhm.
It took 3 years for me to close one of my deals.
Yep.
So-
Typical.
Yep. So it was kind of tough. I mean, where do you expect this to go for you moving forward? I mean, you came out of a job where you got a check at the end of the week. That don't happen now.
Yes. No,
Right?
it doesn't.
So, I mean, where do you expect this to take you? I mean, are you going to do this so that you make enough money to do your own investing? Or are you just going to be, for lack of a better word, a salesperson? Everybody does it differently, okay? Some people get into it and then find out, oh my God, I just got an apartment building, he's making X amount of dollars. I want to start investing. Are you looking to like do that also? Do
Yes.
some investing?
Yes, so my original goal was to be an investor. Yes,
Okay.
that is still the goal. Investing in multifamily properties, apartments. My beginning aim is 80 doors for apartments, but I also learned that I enjoy the sales end of it. I enjoy customer service and customer representation. So I am looking forward to a long career.
Do you, and it's hard because you're only in a few years, but do you find that the internet makes it easier for you? Or is the internet a problem because everybody goes on it and thinks what they found from Zillow is the end all be all?
Yes. The internet has a yin and yang effect.
Right.
So, in a positive manner, it helps for research purposes, figuring out maybe what permits may have been put on a property, any particular zoning, or extending my search, being able to reach out to brokers in various counties in my county, or maybe if I need to reach out nationally.
I do a
to-
referral.
Yes, as a referral base. But then there's also the negative sides, which would be customers being able to go out and do their own research and then finding that they're not really in need of a realtor. They figure they can do it themselves, but then you notice that they still need a professional to handle the intricacies of the industry.
And we talk about, there's not one show that goes by, I think, where I'm not going, always use a professional. If you don't use a professional, it's going to cost you 5 times more in money in the long run and 10 times more in frustration and aggravation. And people don't understand, when you use a realtor or a real estate professional, whether it be a realtor or just a real estate professional, it doesn't really, you don't lose money, okay? You actually walk out with the same or better because they have the ability to find people who are going to pay the money that you need to pay. You know, plus they're not taking in consideration the value of their time. Okay, you got to go show a property. Well, they work 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, and you have an investor who has cash and wants to look sometime Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. So now they lose that person where they could have made a sale, where you would have taken the time and taken them.
Yes.
You know, do you pre-qualify all your people before you take them out?
Oh, definitely.
Okay,
Definitely.
and what's your basically your pre-qualification criteria? What do you do to pre-qualify somebody?
Well, first, we have a phone conversation.
Mm-hmm.
If possible, we meet in person. And then we'll go over their wants and needs. Okay, is there a particular location that you're looking for? Are you ready now? Is it going to be cash or finance? Is there anything in the future that we may need to be aware of, as far as maybe you want to expand your business? Is it an idea? Because then that way we can choose a location that is proper for them to be able to make a move in the future. Because
Right.
sometimes there might be zoning changes in the county that may keep or restrict the company from actually expanding the way that they would.
Yeah, I mean, I think that some of the things that happen, and most people don't understand it, is that you buy a building, but the zone has changed, okay, and now you want to expand, but they'll let you keep what you got, but they won't let you expand.
Yes.
Okay, so, and the only one that's really going to know that, or can find that out really simple, is someone who's a real estate professional.
Right, correct.
All right, we're getting to the top of our time. How do people find you? You have a phone number?
Yes, you can reach me via text or call at 772-971-2101.
And I'm sure that you would. The thing is, the hardest part of anything is taking that first step. So give Quincy a call, because he can at least give you some direction, whether you use him or you don't use him. At least you have a beginning spot to work from. And again, not everybody gets along with everybody, but he's here. He showed up on time. He gives you, you know who you're dealing with, because you can put a face to the person. Whereas if you just call from, shows you how old I am, the Yellow Pages, which doesn't exist anymore, but just from an ad, you don't even know who you're dealing with and how they sound. With that, everybody, be careful, use a professional. Quincy's available. And if he's a good realtor, which I'm sure he is, you can call him almost any time, right?
Yes, always open.
Yep. That's what makes a realtor a good realtor, because as a buyer, an investor, I hate to say this, but, and you'll get to see it, is that some people think that they're your only clients, and they want they want 26 hours of your time. Well, even if you just want 2 hours of his time, but you work all day because that's how you can afford to buy this stuff, you can call him at 8 o'clock at night. It doesn't matter, okay? So use a professional. It's the way you're going to get your best deal put together. Quincy, thank you for coming on.
Thank you so much.
Everybody have a great day. We'll talk again.